Same two records. So this is like, I'm just using a piece of the record. It's called a break. It's like, and then this is the same record as well. Like that, right? The fader is like for that turntable and that turntable, right? And in the middle is both. So if you mess with both of those beats, you can go. I've always been into music ever since I was a kid. My mom even said when she would play music and I would be in her stomach, I would kick and stuff, and I can't sleep unless there's music on. I was like a D- student. I totally hated school, and I always would go home and just do music. I had a little turntable when I was a little kid. It was one of those Fisher Price turntables, and I used to play it backwards and stuff when I was like I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. And I would always say to myself, "Wow, I wish I could record my voice and put it on record, and see what it would sound like if I played with my voice."
You be a DJ.
It actually really came to me when I heard, I guess, Rocket. DST was the first one to use that sound. You can gauge a DJ's skills by when they use that sound. It's kind of like if you can gauge a guitarist's skill if they just use a plain acoustic guitar and see what they could do with it. You know, so this is like the plain sound right here, or this one.
Scratching is like, to me, it's like some other kind of intelligence. Me and Hubert used to practice. That's where we made up the question and answer. I'd scratch the question, and he would give me an answer. And so we didn't even have to talk to each other for a whole day.
I remember one time he moved away to another city, and I was like, damn, how am I gonna bite it? How am I gonna, how am I gonna get his ideas? So I imagined all these, like DJs from outer space, like what would their style be?
He took that and just like went in his own world with it.
Since Earth is like it's like kind of like a primitive planet, what about the more advanced civilizations? How does their music sound? So I would imagine it, whatever they're doing, and I guess that's how I would come up with my ideas.
What's up? We are the Bulletproof Scratch Hamsters. Changed our name to the Space Travelers. And,
why is that?
We changed our name because of DJ Mars. And we don't give a fuck, actually.
In the mid-'80s, everybody was a mobile DJ.
Yeah.
When you
were a mobile DJ.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in high school, everyone had their crews, and you'd bring your whole system, and everyone would play for half an hour, and whoever rocked the crowd the best was, like the winner.
Lowrider, car show, YMCA, corner store battles. You know what I mean? School DJ battles, block parties and shit. For real, man. I used to do parties, and motherfuckers would want to take my turns. But that never happened, did it?
It was all about battling, You got the b-boy battles and totally the DJ battles and stuff, and everyone would kind of get together, or you would even go to someone's house.
Even if they just did a party in someone's garage where they'd open up the door and it'd be like 8 people sitting around smoking weed.
Make that motherfucker warm! It's getting hot! It's getting hot!
I remember going by Eddie Duff's house all the time, and he'd be down in this little room that got all sweaty, just scratching.
Make it a little warmer!
If if you're doing something and no one even gives a fuck about what you're doing, and you're just doing it in your bedroom for yourself, like how you really feel, it's like a painter just going crazy. That's what happened, and that's why they would come up, like, say, the tones, go, this really is cool, you know, and it wasn't like thinking, well, will this work at the club on Saturday night? It was just, let's just do it. It sounds good to me and to these two other people in the room with me.
Pickles were the first to take the secrecy out of DJing, because a lot of hip-hop DJing was based on covering the labels so that nobody knew what you had, not revealing your tricks. And I think the Pickles were the first people to just be like, hey, here's exactly how to do what we do. We want you to go out and do it better so that we can learn from you. That to me was like that was a giant step forward. And they were so far ahead of the time that people, a lot of times crowds would just be like, damn.
They won battles, that's what they did, and that's why they became so well known. I mean, they're incredibly talented, but that was something that sort of put them on the map.
What made it unique was we all had our own individual styles. I was into like scratching horns, and Q had this drum.
I was just scratching some drums, practicing, and then Mike comes in with the horn. I don't know, he just walks in the room and says, ooh, and he started scratching with a horn, and from there Apollo came in and he said, whoa.
Apollo came in with the trumpet stab, and that's how it started. We looked at each other while we were doing it. Sounds like a band, right guys? Yup. Sounds like an actual band.
Oh, we felt totally like this is it right here. We're doing something different than everyone else. Yeah, we were totally like on another branch of hip hop.
I guess in the early 90s, there really weren't DJ songs on albums anymore. And actually a lot of rap groups didn't really even have DJs anymore.
That's the scene that we were like totally not into. We were totally just all DJ kind of band and stuff, you know. I mean, we love the rap and stuff. It's just that what they were doing with the DJs in the background, and they were just filling stuff. I was like, yo, this is not. We just totally blocked it out, and it was just, we were in our own world. We were like on Jupiter or something.
But when David Paul came, he was like, yo, let's make an album, just a DJ album. No MCs, just y'all shining.
They were like, all scratching album. What are you doing?
The return of the DJ.
Oh man, it definitely opened some doors, and it opened our minds. Up until the return of the DJ album, my goal was to DJ for a popular rap group and be on stage with someone and be in videos and stuff like that. I never thought that I'd end up having my own album and that I'd be able to exist as a musician without the presence of an MC. And Return of the DJ